What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are headed to ICAST day one, and it is the on the water day.
So our favorite day?
It is our favorite day. So you get basically 4 hours to go down to a little pond that is on one end of the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida, where ICAST is held. It's awesome because what happens is you get all these really cool companies that want you to test their products, not just say, look at it. Isn't it neat? And you actually get on the water, you test out kayaks, you test out motors, you can cast rods and reels and all sorts of stuff. It's a blast. I'm excited for it. You pumped?
I'm super hyped. I love it because there's like 10,000 people that attend this show, but not nearly, only a fraction number of those people go to this part of the day, and this is where we get to do our bread and butter, which is kayaks, accessories, rods and reels, like Jeff said, and it is so much fun.
And we're also going to break things, most likely. Maybe
every single time.
Every single time. All right, you ready to break stuff?
Let's go.
Let's have fun. Yeah. Ow, let's go.
Why?
Yeah, Brandon Brinkman from Garmin here at ICAST showing off the new force current trolling motor for kayaks. So obviously the big thing for us is the wireless integration. So your pedals literally wirelessly connect straight to the motor. Your pedals, your motor, everything ties right into the graph. So you get all of your anchor lock features. You can literally route a whole course along the lake, a shoreline, whatever you need to do, plug it in and go. Super quick and easy installation. Probably takes maybe 30-ish minutes depending on what your end setup is. The motor can run off of both a 12 or a 24 volt battery. In my personal experience, one of the big things we've been getting asked on is speed. My setup, fully loaded with all my gear, gets right around 5 miles per hour. The handling is really impressive. It's fun to see people get on it for the first time. A lot of people compare it to like driving a zero-turn mower. You can literally put one pedal forward, one pedal all the way back, and sit there and spin in circles.
This is the Kayak 8, and this is the larger version, the solar version. And it is paired to the trolling motor. It is also paired to that 16, and that has voice control.
Yep.
What? To the 16. There's a lot going on this kayak.
Find fish.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are the fish?
Catch fish for me.
Catch fish.
While you're at it.
Deployed.
That's insane.
Gently now.
Dude.
There's no such thing as easy.
I've never flipped one of these yesterday.
Yep. Dude, it's going to take a second, but we're going to get this down.
Holy crap.
Then we go left. And then we got reverse. All right, and then this is left. There we go. Okay, and this is right. the right's a little jarring. Getting used to it. Yeah, with 2 people, it's a little different.
I feel like I'm in trouble.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Okay, ready? This is full speed. You got a readout on speed up there, bud? 4.38. 4.4?
Still going up.
Okay. Should we try a donut? Hold on tight.
Just tell me which way you're going.
Hold on to your butts.
Thanks for telling me nothing.
We're going right.
Dude, what is happening?
All right, you guys, so allegedly, if I hold this down, I can point where I want to go, allegedly. Go that way. Oh, do you hold it and turn? Oh, I got it.
Do what they said.
I did it. You guys, so this has gesture control. So what I can do is I hold this button down, and then as I point in a direction, it goes that direction. I think we need to go faster.
I was like, do that, but faster.
Dude, you just hold a button and point where you want to go.
I've been asking this for an eternity.
Must go faster. And now I'm going to gesture control fast. We're going to put all our faith in the gestures.
Wow, my faith is in Garmin.
Technology. Has it gone too far or just far enough?
Just went where we needed it.
This is exactly where we wanted it. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn them that way. You ever hear of pirate law? That's my boat now. Boarding mission.
Full speed. There we go.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, you said it.
You said it. 4.5.
With 2 people.
4.5 with 2 people.
On a massive boat.
Just takes a second.
Go for the turn off.
No! No! It's a DJI, you fool!
It's a DJI, you fool!
You guys, drop the anchor. All you have to do, boop, and we're off. Back to manual. Watch this. So I click my foot, boop, goes to anchor lock, just like that. That's all you have to do. That's insane. And then I'm off lock, and then I can just drive whichever way I want, just like that. So left foot goes right, obviously. Right foot goes left, also obviously.
Wow.
Boats are opposite, you guys. Figure it out. I'm just spinning in a circle right now.
With no hands.
We're doing full donuts at the moment.
And look, you can see it all on your little remote.
And you can also, oh, I'm gonna throw up. I don't feel so good.
Bang energy.
Too much bang energy. Here's what we're gonna do. No. All right, I was about to turn and throw you off. Maybe tell me when you're standing up. We are gonna get on a straightaway here, and here's what we're gonna do. All right, so both feet forward is full speed, right?
Yep.
Now watch as we careen towards the shore. Trust. Do we have trust? Is there faith? So we are cruising at 4.5 miles per hour heading towards a concrete block. But before we hit the shore, we are going to pump the brakes.
Whoa!
That was pretty quick, dude.
Whoa!
So you roll up on that spot, you just pump the brakes,
Anchor.
full reverse, and you are there. And then if you want to anchor, you click that foot. You are anchored, my friends.
Ooh, the power! That was a lot of torque.
That is sick.
Now turn around and get me out of here.
No.
Please?
Okay. Y'all ready for a donut?
Y'all ready for this?
Oh, we're letting water in.
Let it happen. Let it happen. Let it happen. There's like 350 pounds of man in this boat.
There is a lot of man in this boat, and we are doing donuts.
Brother!
Let's go.
Okay, it's time for the actual test of technology. We thought it was 2025. It's actually 2035. We are rolling on the Garmin Force trolling motor. What do we got, Jeff? What are you doing? What are you using to control
I
this
have
thing?
voice command on my watch. Also, it gives me a readout on my prop. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to traditional sonar, and I'll just do this. I hold this button.
Well, here's where we are right now. We're on the forward facing.
Show traditional sonar.
Wait for it. Bow! From the watch!
Ridiculous.
That's insane!
Hang on.
Hit him.
Show live scope. Do it.
Ah!
Let's go. All right, we gotta take this boat back. Why are we hogging it so long?
Because it's mine now.
It is mine.
Pirate law. They gave me the boat. This is mine.
He's like, yeah, you guys look good. Yeah.
Never using that photo.
Oh, don't worry. Slam on the brakes, baby. Before I walk away with your remote and your watch. Oops. It's a very nice watch.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I accidentally took that.
All right, I am out here in a new release from Hobie. So what we're looking at is a 10-foot inflatable angler-specific version of the iTrek. The Mirage iTrek 10 for anglers. What does that mean, right? Well, what they did is a couple of things. I'll show you guys here. They took an already super functional inflatable option. A lot of people love the iTrek. So you got your Mirage 180 drive, right? So I can go pull tab for reverse. And underneath, what that does is it flips the fins around, if you guys haven't seen that. And then you just quick pull. We're in forward mode. Now we're going forward again. You got your rudder control right here on the side. Easy, left is left, right is right. Nice and simple. Rudder's down in the back. You guys can see there. All of that can pop right off of this thing. So it makes it like a really good option if you're low on space, you want something compact but super stable, something that is angler friendly, ready to go. This is a great option. Cool thing about the iTrek is you get these tunes on the side. So there's a huge, like, wide pontoon. This is wider than the Hobie Pro Angler, which is gonna make it extremely stable. Now you can stand up off of this. The seat is really low, so you're gonna need a little bit of an assist if you don't have the mobility. Otherwise you can pop right up. I'll try it in a second here. These things are also really fast. So if I just paddle, even with just the Mirage drive fins, which are typically not as fast as like a prop drive, this thing freaking moves. And it's like almost a zero turn. So if I go here, you guys sort of see a little landmark there. Ready? So we engage, and you can just spin in a freaking circle. It's insane. It's almost a zero turn. It's like as close to zero turn as you can without having forward power and reverse power going at the same time, which is super neat. You got your bungee cord down there. Bungee cord back here. I've actually got my pack in the back there. Inflate on that side and on this side, and then on the main, It's gonna inflate pretty fast. These things typically do. Also, I'm out here with Mega Herbie the duck. Herbie the Hobie duck, what's up, my dude? Other thing that makes this super angler friendly is that you've got the Hobie A-Trail here. Now, I know what you're thinking, A-Trail, so I have to use Hobie products. You don't actually. There's a track slot right in the middle, just center loaded, not top loaded, but you pop it in here, slide your gear there, slide your gear here. That rail is right where it needs to be. So just starting in the middle of the seat, moving up to your feet right there, so you can reach anything you need. It's all within range, and then you can add this cup holder here on the side of the seat, which is nice as well. The seat is meshed so it breathes really well, so you're not going to retain a lot of heat, get a little swamp back going on, which is nice. It's actually got the measurement built into the board right here. That's cool to see. I love that. And then a paddle holder on the side. There's enough room in the back that you could definitely put a crate on this thing. Super portable, super fast, and super maneuverable. Let's try and stand up on this thing. It is pretty low. Okay. Oh, a little shaky legs. Definitely takes some getting used to, but yeah, really stable. I mean, you can definitely rock it side to side a little bit. You're gonna feel good with that. If you wanna stand and fish, you can stand and fish. If you wanna just cruise, this is like a very comfortable seat. You guys would be happy with this. All in all, really cool. We'll take a look at it in the booth on another video when we do all the kayak roundup stuff. So we get you more specs and pricing on that one. But first, test on the water, really digging this. And as you guys can see, you can add their rod holders. So I can stack 3 rods here and you can still run your track accessories through the middle. Really cool to see. So there's one there, there's one here. And then these, if you've never used them, you just take this strap right here and you can wrap it over the rods, tuck it in there, you're good to go.
What's up, y'all? We got our good friend Wade here from Yak Attack, and we have a surprise drop that I had no idea about, which is a rarity.
Absolutely, yeah. We wanted to keep this one nice and tight here till ICAST, and we haven't said anything about it at all. But allow me to introduce you guys to the Yak Attack Flux Drive.
Woo! Look at how clean that looks. Dropped right in there. The heck, dude?
Yep, so this is our introduction into electric propulsion for kayaks. This first model here is a Hobie pod drive mount. Works with the Hobie 180 drive. So it's also going to work with the other versions out there like Vibe, Pelican, Hoodoo, everybody else that's using a fin drive. So it's not just Hobie specific there. You have those other options, but right now we're sitting at a 34-pound thrust, which seems kind of small, but it does get this Hobie up to about 4.2, 4.3 right now is what we're getting today.
And that's the big dog. Look at the size of this guy.
This is the PA-14. This is the big boat. So you imagine it in that little Makana that we were in out in British Columbia. That thing would roll.
Shredding.
Dude, that's I'm ready for that one. Again, yeah, we're actually, you know, again, just getting started. We're shooting for bigger, hoping to get up to 70. But again, this is where we're at right now, guys. So hope you enjoy this.
Let me see the remote here.
And price point. I know you guys are curious about that one. Right now, on paper, we're shooting it for $1,500.
And that's with this freaking remote. This thing is gorgeous.
Yeah, GPS. You know, we can't call it spot lock, so it's actually Navisync GPS.
Oh, there you go. So what do you do here? You got start me, get the prop rolling, steer left, right.
Yeah, so you've got your upward controls here for your speed, your steer left and right on the head. Obviously, you push the propeller to go, propeller to stop, and I'm sure you can figure out what the anchor does.
Puts me where I want to stay. Dude, that's crazy. All right, let's get in here. Stop farting around. Get in the boat. Safety. 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 Max speed. Why wait? What I like about this is that you can kind of stage it before you start it going. So like you set it to speed 6, then you push the prop, then it starts going. Not like press the thing and you're just ripping too fast. Dude, yeah, when you kind of put it straight, you can actually use the rudder to steer only. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's too good. So I got the thing just going straight right now, but this thing is really responsive. I just tweak the rudder a bit. So I'll go right, I'm going right. Little tiny tweaks and you are really, holy cow. The rudder almost does everything. You don't even need to freaking use this thing. Holy crap. I love this remote, by the way. It's like, it feels like you're holding something of quality that's durable. And I need durable stuff because what do we do here at this channel? We go ahead and break it. Oh, so if I want to pop it, I just spin it back this way and then boom, reverse. Oh, geez. Yeah, you're stopped hard. That thing's got some freaking torque. And then boom. Now you're going 10. Yo!
Kayaks are supposed to be human powered, idiot. Get out of here.
Good. Then I don't know what I'm in, but it's a boat. Guys, this is Jeff from Aggressively Average Anglers. Can't stand this guy. Ah, get out of here. And Jeff, I'm gonna be going left now. I'll see you later. Dude, the Hobie battle? It's a Hobie battle.
All right, so if let's say you want to do a complete 360 and all I want to do is I'm in a dangerous position, I need to be turned. You turn your motor, you turn your rudder, watch this. We're cool. We're very cool. Center mount is ideal.
We are very cool.
Now what I haven't tested yet is the spot lock. Going max speed, hit the anchor button. It's turning, it's turning, it's turning, and I should hear, boom, engaged. About 3 seconds. Oh, whoa! Power! Oh, I gotta try this standing up now.
It's short and feisty.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my spot lock there. We're gonna go back to the prop. All right, let's start with speed 5, half speed. Dude, that's pretty smooth. Honestly, that's wicked smooth. All right, let's try speed 10. 5 to 10, that's how we do it. Yo, what the heck? Woo! Dude, are you kidding me? All right, y'all, so for under 2K, so if you're in a Mirage Drive, this is an option for you. Wade kind of walked you through the different models that's available. We're in the Hobie PA14, which is one of the biggest hulls in the market, and this thing is absolutely moving. So what I like about this, it feels very durable. Now I got to use it and bang it around, but when you get in really skinny water, all you're gonna have to do is just pop that out, which is actually very simple. You'll notice my tether, it's hanging with me, even though my safety tether's hanging with me, even though I'm standing up, which is a huge deal. So not only are you safe, but you can stand up, sit down, fish, do what you got to do, handle your business. And then you're gonna want to use your rudder, but you can deploy the rudder when you want to really rely just on the motor to do all your driving, which is really pretty cool. 10 speeds, the spot lock anchor works pretty dang good. Yeah, super responsive. I really like the remote. It's very heavy duty. I do wish that would move a little faster, so that's one thing. The speed on that turn would be, that's just me, because like I'm a power guy. Like I want to be able to power fish, but dude, you're moving. Like when you want to go to a spot, you're going to a spot. You got a lot of flexibility here. Great option for someone who wants to get motorized quick. Would love to test the battery life on some of these and see how efficient it is. That's something I can't do on the water here, so maybe we'll have to get one of these units and really put it to the test. I'm gonna go zoom around and find out. Let's fire it around. Let's see what happens. Good job, Yak Attack. You guys crushed this one. Dang.
All right, y'all, we're here with Anthony with PowerPole, and I know a lot of you guys have questions because now we got the PowerPole Move in the 36-inch option, so that opens the door up for a lot of kayakers and different, smaller personal watercraft. So we wanted to talk about this because at first glance, we're like, hey, this is expensive. Why would I pay that much for this? Anthony's here to tell you a little bit about why you might consider that. So Anthony, tell me about this a little bit.
It's expensive for good reason. Biggest being that we are a privately owned, privately invested in company. Same guy that built the first ever PowerPole in his shed still owns the company, and he threw the kitchen sink at the idea of a trolling motor 10 years ago now. Been on the market for 3. That even applies to John boats, kayaks, paddle boards. More so than ever, those anglers are getting way more advanced than they ever have. So we had to, come to market with something that could satisfy the need or the want, and necking down a 110-inch trolling motor to 36 inches.
I mean,
is exactly what we did.
Pretty large.
So it is.
You were saying like this package literally is this, just this is now 36 inches.
It's the same motor. Yep. It is still a 24 or 36 volt motor. 24 volts will get you 78 pounds of thrust, and with 36 though, it gives you 100. It's rather ridiculous. Yeah. It will push.
We question things.
It'll push a, I would say your average kitted kayak around 5-6 mile an hour with somebody in it fully rigged, ready to go, and it takes away the need to have a stern mounted motor. There is still a great reason to have a stern mounted motor, no denying that. It just opens up possibilities that has not really been a thing prior. We're excited, we're happy. The feedback thus far on this specific model has been amazing. So has on even our 110-inch motor,
which I will not put on my kayak, but have considered.
Top top to bottom, for one, you can deal with us. Everything that makes this motor what it is can be shipped to you. We have our tech support team that took the better part of 3 days to film any one-off video that would show you how to replace any component. Doing such would not void your warranty. And speaking of warranty, it's a 3 years, no questions asked on anything electronic. At that though, the beautiful titanium shaft's warranted for life. So
good, because I'm gonna break it. I can't. I'll try.
If you find a way to somehow bend that shaft, we will send you a new one for free. Again, with detailed instructions if you want to do it yourself. Is it a challenge? I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Apart from that though, new accessory. That is a real deal stainless propeller. It's an option. I would consider a lifetime prop. The composite props on any trolling motor is pretty much consumable, and this is everything but that. Fat leading edge. You use this thing, it sees sand, that trailing edge will turn into a knife. We've cut our hands quite open on them, tested them prior to even bringing them to market. So
fillet some fish with that?
You could. You could scale your fish with this thing.
A second challenge, I hear.
Second challenge.
All right, we got some stuff to do.
Filleting a fish with my PowerPole. The app is, okay, cool. You can control your trolling motor from your phone. You should be able to for, what this thing is. But you can make it your own. And when I say make it your own, you can adjust your prop ramp speed to how gradual you want it to get to kill or whatever you have it set to. My favorite though is what we literally call aggressiveness. In the app, there's a setting that we call aggressiveness. There's 200 slidable, selectable levels, and you can choose how aggressively the motor takes you back to your waypoint or your anchor spot. So if you're drifting, you see something that looks way too good and you don't want to blow the spot out, you can hit anchor and it will slowly and carefully bring you back to that point without blowing out the whole spot.
Nice.
Or throwing you out the boat, because it will throw you out of the boat.
Also don't want that. That would be bad.
Hashtag motor guide.
Love it. Well, we're going to go test it right now.
All right, so there's your bow mount, and then here's your torpedo. So it gets to your side of your chesty or something if you don't have your pocket or something.
All right, you guys, first time using the PowerPole Move. Something really cool you can see up there is we actually have the hyper bright LED display is insane. Pretty dang responsive. You can kind of feather the remote too, so I can just like tap it, tap it, tap it. Do not hold it down. The funny thing about do not hold it down, Anthony over at the PowerPole booth was telling us about this thing. He was like, dude, if you hold it down, what'll happen is, maybe I'll do it at a super low speed. And then if you hold it down, it actually moves super fast. So it like wants to really turn. There it is. So I held it down a little too long and it turns really fast, which is kind of how I use my XI3 anyways. Now this should have a lot of speed to it. So what I want to do is get cooking on my way back and just without turning, like really check that out. So I'm going to pull up the Torqeedo here in a second. Oh yeah, it's got some torque to it. Holy cow. Let me get the Torqeedo fully out. Torqeedo's out, we got less drag there. That kicks right back into the speed it was already. Nice to know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip around this way and I wanna go full steam. All right. We're ripping. I'll give a heck. Oh, shit. Saved it!
Oh man, I would've got that.
There we go. We're alive!
I think we'll humble you fast.
Yeah, it will. Wow. Well, we almost failed, you guys, but we didn't. Give me time, I'll figure it out. Let's try the, where's the spot lock? Oh my God. Did you see that? The spot lock. That's kind of insane. So what happened a second ago is I was trying to go 20 and I like hit the left a little too hard and it just full on cockeyed me and tried to kill me. Definitely, like Austin said, just keep it lower until you get used to it. The other cool thing is you can pair it up with your power poles. So if you want to like drop a power pole at the same time, you can do that. And then you got your heading option right there. What I would also like to do is test out the Torqeedo. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. All right, you guys, so we got a chance to test out the Torqeedo. I'm actually on Chad Hoover's Bonafide XTR right now. So that's pretty neat. And we've got our Torqeedo throttle right here. Never used this before, so hopefully I don't die, but let's test it out, shall we? There it is, engage. Just gotta add some power to it and then it drops down. All right, then we got foot steering going on. So Bonafide foot steer, running the Torqeedo, pretty dang quiet. I like the display on the Torqeedo a lot. Like that's pretty dang solid, I would say. Nice and bright, shows you battery usage, shows you distance that you got, that is cool, and the time that you got remaining. Miles per hour readout on there, very visible display. I like the handle too, really heavy duty handle. We're going 3.8, 4.2, 4.6, 4.8, 5, not bad. A little bit of water coming in, but not much. Kind of controls it pretty good with the Bonafide XTR. Can run 6 miles this way. So look at that display on this thing. Nice loud click when it moves. I think very responsive. So there you go, that's the PowerPole Move. Also, I don't know if you guys saw up there, there's actually like a freaking pull lever. And then what you can do is, oh, somebody actually caught a fish at ICAST. That's impossible. There's no way. So with that pull lever up there that you guys can see, you can actually just clip onto it a carabiner. So you don't have to drill a hole into your foot pedal. How genius is that? And listen, like, you can do a quick release plate on that thing. You can do all sorts of stuff. It does a million things. It's super high tech. I get it. A lot of people, this is not going to be for you. This isn't something you're going to be very interested in. I totally get that and appreciate that because it's expensive. It's not free. But for those who want something like super high end that's going to do everything they want and have all those capabilities, I think that there's definitely some good potential there. So buy it or don't. If it's right for you, awesome. If it's not, also totally get it. Awesome. Uh-oh. Watch the lean in the front. It's the front person that takes you down, so be careful.
Sticks like glue, big fish dreams and the sky ain't blue. Sweat rivers flow down my spine, casting for glory in a sweat-soaked shrine. ICAST is a circus of bait, hot as hell.
What are you doing?
I was already wet.
You figured why not? A lot of power on that thing. The stability.
Hey folks, Jeff Little here with Snake River Manufacturing, and we're here at the ICAST in water. And what I have here is the Snake River Manufacturing double kayak trailer. This one has a lot of different options. The most exciting to me, and it's not a new option, it's something that we've had, is the rock and roller kits. What these rollers here, they provide extra points of contact with your kayak's hull, which really protects it against hull damage. But also there's a lot of ramps where it's super shallow and you can't just fully float it off, especially down here in Florida, a lot of shallow places. So you don't actually have to submerge. You can submerge to launch, but you don't have to get your boat off. We had the Yak Attack Hobie Pro Angler that they have out there on the demo day. It was on this, and I lifted it off with one finger. Yeah. Different widths for different kayaks with the different chine that they have. Check this out right here. There's this little slot here. This rotates up and down, so you really can adjust it for your specific kayak. We have the bulletproof fender. We make this in Caldwell, Idaho. All this stuff is manufactured in Caldwell, Idaho, but to have a nice metal, fender, you can walk on it, none of the plastic stuff. So, and this little platform here for sure helps you get to your rod box that's up here on the top. But the real reason this exists is that people are careless and they take corners too close. And what's gonna happen is if you're dumb enough to take this through the drive-through and you hit that pole, it's gonna hit that and knock the whole thing over rather than rip off a fender. Steve Carroll, the owner, has designed and manufactured these, so they're super solid. Another point of contact with the bow stops and the winch. You can slide that forward and back and side to side to meet, wherever your bow comes up on this. This is a new thing that we have is our gear vault. We designed this specifically to be able to fit your strangely shaped things like pedal drives and in this case a torpedo motor that's in there and batteries, and it's over 12 cubic feet of storage. And we have the Molly panel in here. This is the We call that the slot tracks. It is top loading. There's actually a welded bead on the opposite side, so you put a T-bolt in there. That T-bolt isn't just going to spin, it's going to catch that welded line there, and you can put all, you see I got a lock and load there, and you put all kinds of other stuff. We got a bunch of other accessories here. Obviously we put a lot of YakAttack stuff on here. I use this with the tie down eyelets. When I pull my rods out, I put all the rods there when I'm rigging, and I do hook that just with a bungee so they don't all slide over. Got a camera mount there, rotor grip. This same pattern here is what you see here. So I had an adventure up at Dworshak Reservoir in Idaho. Great smallmouth fishing up there. Actually caught my personal best, 7 pound 1 ounce last year.
Nice.
Yeah, so I have some fun adventures with this, and we're bridging the gap from kayak, fishing kayak trailers into overlanding so that you can really have some crazy adventures and have everything you need. So this is the plug keeper. So when you pull your pin and you don't want it to fall, hey, we actually got a puddle there. You just stick that up in there. So Steve Carroll really thinks of everything when he designs these. I'm not going to do it because I do need this hooked up. Every time there's an issue or a customer says, have you thought about this? He takes it to heart and goes and designs stuff. We got the breakaway tongue.
Yeah.
That's for putting in your garage. So he's looked at how far the average kayak hangs off the back. What is the actual depth of the average garage? And this allows you to close the door and keep all your stuff.
What's the treatment on the metal? What kind of?
So it is a hammered UV powder coating that is, because it's hammered, if you get like a rock chip that hits it, it will not propagate. That's why we went with that finish. So let's go to the back of the trailer and talk about rust. One of the last things that we do before we send one out is these plugs here. All your wires are internal. There's nothing outside. So the wires are in there. But the last thing before we put that cap and that one and the one over there is we apply a internal wax coating, because the powder coating can't get to the inside of that tube. And if you're submerging it, you don't want the rust to start there. I'll be honest, you're never gonna stop rust, but you can delay it. The wax coating on the inside, it's this 3M product. You have this long plastic tube that goes in all the way up, and we come in from different angles, and at the end it's a 360-degree nozzle, so it goes in and it's spraying in all directions, and as you depress that and you pull it out, it coats the whole inside. Little details like that, and you have your suspension shackles here are called wet shackles, so you have that grease fitting so that you don't have a really squeaky trailer. Yeah, all these tiny little details that he thinks through and is like, we gotta make it better. I do a lot of driving from Maryland to Idaho, and like that truck, the top speed that you can use the cruise control is 85. So I do 85 miles an hour, hours at a time. This double starts at the base, which it doesn't include a lot of the accessories you see. This is just under $6,000. We have a single. The single is just under $3,000. So that basically makes it modular. If someone says, hey, I can only afford 3, you have a functional trailer. But if you wanted to get the rock and rollers later, next spring, you add that. You wanted the gear vault, you can add that. You want the enduro or the spare tire mount that has the hub and bearing assembly so that you can do roadside repair without leaving your trailer and going to a trailer supply if you can find one that's open. Hub and bearing is all there with your spare tire. So that's another good option. So awesome. Lots of smart things. You can check it out at Snake River Manufacturing.us. All this stuff is made in Idaho.
Wow. What an adventure. It truly was. So on the water day, I had fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, but I would rename it on the water tech day, because what we found is that a lot of the new releases this year were really tech based. Not what I thought was going to happen. Typically, we see a lot of kayaks, we see a lot of kayak accessories. We saw a lot of stuff that is powered by batteries.
Insane technology coming out. And here's the thing, you guys, we were talking about this earlier. We get it. It's not for everybody. A lot of that stuff is really expensive. It's not obtainable for the average audience. That said, said, that's kind of how technology works. It ebbs and flows. When new products like that, new tech comes out, it's usually really expensive. Yeah. Then companies figure out how to make it less expensive. They want that too, because they want that margin. And they want consumers who are happy to purchase said things. So we feel, in our opinion, Spaceman, that this is a good thing for the industry. Yeah. So if you thought it was cool, my recommendation, say you think it's cool and say why you wouldn't buy it. Because we found out this year and last year actually, a lot of these companies, they watch our videos. Isn't that neat?
They look at your comments.
Yeah, they pay attention. That's their audience research. They're trying to figure out what the average consumer is thinking or feeling about this, and they want to appeal to the broadest audience possible within this niche, which we are a pretty small niche. That's something to keep in mind. But this is how they're going to decide what to do, how to do it, what to put out. So the more you talk about things, comment, and even complain, the more they're going to push and move this industry forward. And if they don't do it, their competitors will. So it's all a good thing.
Competition is going to breed the best for us, the consumer. And we are the consumer. We have to buy stuff too. We want to, we test things out, but we buy stuff for ourselves and we use it for ourselves. So I want the cool stuff. Tell them what to make.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure you leave a comment in this video because they're going to watch it and they're going to make decisions. Like we're literally going every single booth. Yeah. We'd walk up and somebody at that company would be like, oh yeah, I've seen your videos. Yes. So they're watching this, they're paying attention.
The other thing I would mention, like the PowerPole Move and the Garmin, they are very expensive. They're premium products, to be sure, like a titanium shaft with a lifetime warranty.
But it'll never die.
Get out of here.
Stainless steel prop is an
Insanity.
Option. Crazy.
And then yes, that is quality that you have to pay for, but I will say this. If you're in the market right now and you're like, man, should I get, but I want to be motorized. So if you're not want to be motorized, that's totally great. Ignore me.
You're already out.
But if you're like, no, I want to be motorized, but I was thinking stern mount motor, and then maybe later I'll get a trolling motor, or I have a trolling motor, I'm going to get a trolling motor. Maybe later I want to get a motor in the back too. I would challenge you to think about this. If you get a trolling motor, used or otherwise, it's going to cost you a minimum of $1,500 plus the cost of a battery. So right there you're at $6,000, rough, somewhere in there with install and accessories and all that kind of stuff. Or you could just get the PowerPole Move, and you are going almost the exact same speed, and you could get 2 batteries, and you get that lifetime warranty, the titanium shaft, and all the cool stuff that you were able to see on there. On the flip side, you want to have a stern mount motor, you could get the Garmin unit, hyper efficient, still very fast, hyper customizable, maybe hooks up to a unit you already have in the front, or a watch that you can go buy later if you feel like it, whatever. But my point is you don't need to get both. It does all the things that a trolling motor does, but it's mounted in the back. So it's like, yes, you're going to get a premium product, but you're actually going to spend the same or a little bit less money, and you could double up on your battery power and do everything that you had before just with 1 motor instead of 2. That is a game changer. So I'm not here to tell you to get that. If you're not in the mood for it, you don't want to spend that much money, I totally respect that. But if
buy it or don't.
But if you do, pretty cool innovation and a totally different way of thinking about what one of these motors can do. That's what we're talking about with like tech innovation. So in the next 3 years, I can promise you this, there'll be 2 or 3 more versions of this. People will start cranking these buddies out, and they will get cheaper, and they will get more efficient. They'll be more affordable. For who? For us. Competition, again, breeds the best for all of us.
But look how far we've come. We now have wireless foot pedals and an install that takes 30 minutes for that Garmin force control. That's absolutely insane. I never could have seen this coming. We've cut, it branched out to a point where we were like, we need 2 motors, we need all this stuff, we need extra batteries. And now we're going back to, what if we had 1 motor, it was more efficient, it did all the things you wanted, and you only had to buy 1 package. Wouldn't that be neat? And it is. And we joked about this earlier, and we were talking to Keith with Kayak Angler Mag. Flat screen TVs, when they first came out, were thousands of dollars.
For a POS.
For a 32-inch TV.
Garbage.
And then now, we walked through Walmart the other day getting snacky poos for this trip.
60,000 megapixels for $200.
65-inch TV, dude. $250. That's insane. So this is good for the industry. It's pushing us forward. So whether you want to get it or not, actually, it doesn't really matter. Buy it or don't. But if you like it, make sure that you're commenting about it, you're interacting with these companies, because they listen. They want to put out something that you will buy. That is their literal purpose. So I had a lot of fun. I think it was amazing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video too. We want to be a resource for you. We have a ton more content coming out for you this week. We're going to do about 6 videos for ICAST in total. This Friday, we're going to do a full uncut version of the new product showcase. That is an area, a big section of ICAST where all of the new new stuff, like one iteration of
just the new stuff.
Everything is there. We're gonna walk through, it'll be like an hour-long video probably. We're gonna do the quick version of what we like, what we don't like on everything, so it should be a lot of fun and very insightful. We hope it is, so definitely check that out. So be sure you're subscribed, smash the like on this video, and you'll be able to see that, and we'll catch y'all later because I'm tired and I need to go to sleep.
Say goodnight to Herbie.
Night, Herbie.
Good night.
No, why do you drop your boy?